So the green. Oh, yeah. Wait. Because I'm never going to get out of this traffic, this is the only way I'm going to see this market, right? I have time. I can't even get out of this freaking place.
No, later.
I don't know. After all this traffic, I don't think I want to come back. I'm going to come stay on your island. I'm going to come stay on your island. I'm going to come crash your mother's 80th birthday party. I'm going to be so happy. That's what's going to be like the best thing ever, I reckon. She'll be like, what kind of a present is this? Why did you bring me this? Nah, I wouldn't do that to your mother.
And we are on a little island called Nusa Rovena, which is off Mundo.
So you got another island on top of the island.
Yes.
And you're going to an island as well.
It's only 15 minutes away.
But we're in Honiara still. We're still in traffic. So I don't know. I can't believe we'll be leaving this place anytime soon.
One of the very best school, like as in academy level.
But as you pointed out, they play the other football, which I'm
Yeah.
looking at over there. If I can see through the rain.
You can see that.
And it's right next to that massive sports complex. It's really good. But why is there so much traffic?
Oh, it's so much traffic. Yeah,
It's normal.
Like yeah, this is normal. Sometimes you get all the cars smelling each other's asses. No space for you to run across.
That's an interesting way of putting it. So there's another stadium as well.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's one place for swimming. Yeah.
Wow, fantastic.
That's swimming. Oh, that's where they do the swimming. So now that there is no game, what not happen? Nothing. So how are they going to maintain? How not by maintenance and how not by upkeep?
Thanks to Solomon Islands Airlines. This is our hotel.
You can go.
Oh no, I want to see the ocean. Wait, since you took me to the dark to show me the menu.
Yes, it lights up. It has its own light.
And I actually doubted this young lady's imagination.
Because I always have a problem.
So, in a nutshell, in a maybe a snapshot, you've come into Honiara today by accident. We've been put on. The airlines kind of put us all together, so here we are, I guess. As you can see, Roy's there and someone else is there. Do these people exist? As it's Debbie before. I don't know who you're talking about. Who's this Roy character? I've never met him before. I don't.
Picture of him.
I've not seen him. I've definitely not seen him. I don't know who you're talking about. It doesn't exist. So we had a fascinating drive in and a lot of traffic, but what I found was really cool is you hadn't been to the capital for quite a long time, and you worked here, you studied here as well too, and all these things changed. So what did it feel like coming in? You've seen some changes, some new modern buildings are coming, new hospital, a couple of new stadiums or sports complexes. How does it feel? Because when you were here, it was a little bit different.
Yeah,
Well before the South Pacific Games.
it feels like I was driving into a wrong city, a wrong town altogether. Because from the airport, coming back, it's supposed to be bushy, no buildings. That's how I saw this place. But that wasn't the case when we came in. There was buildings all the way from the airport coming down, and I think 90% of them, I have no idea what those buildings. I've never seen them before. And to me, it's like driving. It's like driving into a complete different town altogether. I have trouble finding where were the places that I used to know. So when they pointed those places out to me, that's when I realized that, oh yeah, I know the place. So most of them, I couldn't tell like if I've seen them before or not until the cab driver or a Roy pointed them out. And I was struggling to find the old places, some places that where I used to go a lot. The only ones that I could tell are the bigger old buildings with standing out, and even the road was different. Because normally when we come down from the airport, the road goes down, detour, and come around again. But now when we came, it's just straight forward. We didn't have to turn down, no, to the right. We just come straight, and there was a new bridge there. So I did not recognize the whole place, except I recognized some of the old buildings. So yeah, in a way, it's like coming into a town that I didn't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's not the Honiara that I used to know.
Don't worry, it's the Ali Honiara, I know. Debbie, I'm so grateful for everything. So appreciate it. Thank you, and for the fact that we didn't. There's probably about 100,000 other things that we talked about, which would have been awesome on here. But yeah, thank you. I really appreciate your time. You're awesome. Thank you. Okay, Don, thank you for firstly, thank you for being awesome, because I woke up today, you remembered my name, you remembered everything. You're awesome. So very good. Which brings me to a couple of questions, because you had a good conversation with me. Where at the place you work?
I'm working at Heritage Park Hotel in Honiara, in Solomon Island.
And it's an interesting place, because two people now told me that it's owned by a Greek. So what's the Greek connection?
This place owned by Greek, owned by Greece. But the father, his Constance died already. His son is on this place right now. But he probably have connection long ago in this place, and then he brings he turns this place into a hotel. But long ago, this place is a resident of the first Governor General. He's on this place, and by the time those days pass by, and then the father come and change this place into a hotel. Yeah, change this place to a hotel, and his father's passed away, and then now his son is on this place.
And
George Constance.
George Constance. And he doesn't live now in Solomons. He lives in New Zealand. Someone said to me in New Zealand or something like that.
Probably he must be in the Greece right back.
Oh, back in Greece.
Yeah, back in the Greece. Sometimes he come just a board meeting and then having good stuff here.
Does he own anything else in Solomons, or just the hotel?
He owns this, and I think he must be on the BSP, the building BSP.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know if he owned, but he must have shared in the building.
Don, you're a champion. Thank you very much. I got another question here. I call soccer football, so you guys call it soccer. They tell me soccer is the #1 sport in Solomons.
Oh yeah, I don't really school soccer actually, but we do Solomon. Yeah, sometimes we're good at soccer. Yeah.
And so soccer is big for you. The rugby league and the rugby union is also big.
I don't see rugby is big here.
Okay.
But I don't know if someone interested in rugby. I think for them it's big for them.
Yeah.
But for me, no. I think soccer, yeah.
Oh, awesome, mate! You're a champion. Thank you very, very, very much, and thank you for being awesome to me. Appreciate it. Thanks, Don. Okay, so just to qualify, I am coming to this restaurant for the second day in a row because I like the food. I also like the view, and we've just had a really interesting discussion, which I really appreciate, Patterson. And I'm also meeting this gentleman here, Francis, who is one of the managers here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just going to ask the question. So tell me tell me a little bit about the Solomons and why people like the Greeks or anyone else should come visit such beautiful places. Tell me anything you want.
For me, personally, it's part of my hobby to meet new people with new faces, and especially we need to have specific people that never come in Solomon Islands for the past 30, 40 years. Like Greece, I'm so grateful to meet this gentleman from Greece. And he's a brother to us, just like other brothers in Middle East. And it's a good new civilization to come here. For us, we want to go there in Greece for a new civilization too, but maybe in the near future. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. And for us, we are just discovering the Solomons, but for anyone who doesn't know, Solomon Islands have been around for something like 40 or 50,000 years. So
50,000.
I'm very proud to hear, I'm very proud to know that. It's very good. So if someone comes and visits, what's the best thing? Honiara, come to this beautiful hotel. How good is this place?
Well, Solomon Island is a melting pot of the Pacific. I think that's the right way of expression. We build up in the center point of the South Pacific, where nobody should be missing out of it. I think that's the second point. The third point is, if you are talking about the Pacific, we are a Pacific in the Pacific. Why? Because we have Polynesians, we have Micronesians, we have Melanesians, we have Asians, and we have Europeans. So it's already a melting pot in the Pacific. And the peace that you are looking for and the paradise that you're looking for, it's not hidden away from us. We are sitting right in it. Wherever you want to do or whatever you want to do, there's always shalom and peace always there with you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome, brother. Now, guys, thank you very much.
So this is in Nusa and there's a little lagoon. This is a little Nusa lagoon in front of the village. Nusa is an island, and in the morning, this is early in the morning. I think it's 5 o'clock here, and this is what it's usually look like. Nice and calm. And you can hear the birds. That I think that's a pigeon, and there is a cock crowing at the background. And on the other side, that big island over there with the cloud on it. Yep, that's not snow, that's cloud. That's Rendover. That's Rendover Island, and it's a jungle up there, and there's a hairy sort of humanoid live in the bushes there. That's a true story. Kind of like a Bigfoot, but it's not as big as a Bigfoot. But yeah, here we are. The sleeping lady, Rendover Island. When it's clear on the top, you would see a woman sleeping, lying on her back. That's the shape of the mountain.
So the reason why you're laughing is because we would have, if we had a camera all day, we would have picked up some amazing stories out of you. So I'm gonna go on record and say everything that we've been talking about today has been freaking awesome. The trip down memory lane, everything's been great. But unfortunately, or fortunately, we're at this point now where we're just going to get the remnants of conversations that we haven't had.
My name is Debbie. I'm from the Solomon Islands. I'm actually from the Western Province in Mundo.
Which is where I was meant to be tonight,
yes.
where you were meant to be,
Yeah.
where Roy was meant to be,
Yeah.
and we've all ended up
And
in a different city.
Yeah. Because
We ended up here.
our airline stuck up. Yeah, because of airline stuck up, and then we had to put in podcast and then got here. So okay, yeah. So that's who I am. Oh yeah, your pen. And don't lose your room.
I got it.
Or else you'll be sleeping in the pool.
Really good things in terms of the fact that there's different regions, different languages. You yourself speak, you said to me English is your fourth language.
Well, before I moved to Australia, English was.
And that's the other thing. You've been in Australia for
22 years now.
And you met your husband
Here in the Solomons.
Yeah.
He's Australian. White Australian. Well, he's Australian, but we met here, and then I moved back to Australia with him, and that's how I lived there for all these years. And today I come back to visit my parents, or most of my family are living here in the Solomons. And
You told me your parents are from two different provinces.
no, they're from the Western Province, but two different islands.
Two different islands, sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
Two different islands in the Western Province. So my mother's from Roviana, which is where Mundo is. She's from the island of Nusa Roviana, just off Mundo. And my father comes from the Marovo Lagoon. Marovo is a Vangunu island, and it's Marovo Lagoon is one of the biggest lagoon as far as the sea lagoon in the world. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful lagoon, and so many little islands. And if you see it from the flight looking down, you would be amazed. You would think, wow, what's that down there? I've never seen something like that before. But then Roviana Lagoon is just as beautiful, smaller, but just as beautiful as the Maroba Lagoon. Saying that there's another lagoon which is called Bonabona Lagoon, not far from Roviana Lagoon, and that is stunning as well. A lot of these, if you take a flight from Honiara down to Mundo or vice versa, you would go about these lagoons, so you would be able to see them from, aerial perspective, and seeing that from above, it's very beautiful.
Can I ask, your parents, do they have two different languages?
Yes, so my parents, they have two different languages. My mother's language is Roviana, and my father's language is a dialect of the Marobo. So there is a Marobo language, and my father is called the Vangunu language, which is a dialect of the main Marobo language. So, so growing up, we mostly speak my mother's language, which is Roviana, but sometimes we speak my father's language, which is Vangunu, but not as often as my mother's language. But we understand it fully. We could speak most of it, but I think the deeper words, I think some of those, like for me myself, I don't really know some of the big words, but I can still understand it fully. Sometimes when my father's people speak to me in their language, I could reply in my mother's language because they are so similar. They know, most people from Maroba knows Roviana language. So if they speak to me in a form of the Maroba language or my father's dialect or in another dialect of the Maroba language, I would speak back to them in Roviana, which is my mother's language, and we could understand each other. Or I could use the lingua franca, which is the Solomon pidgin, which everyone speaks that. Yeah.
Is that the pidgin? Are you able to then use pidgin to, say, if you were in Vanuatu or in Nauru or a place like that?
The Vanuatu pidgin is so similar to our pidgin. So when I was there, they speak to me in their pidgin and I speak to them in my pidgin, in the Solomon pidgin. And same with the PNG, the Papua New Guinea pidgin is different. Also, they're very similar, the three pidgins, but different in some ways, but we can understand each other. So if I was sitting here with a person from Papua New Guinea and a person from Vanuatu, we could all speak our own pidgin and understand each other fully.
That's great. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So they are a form of broken English, but we incorporate some of our traditional words in there, and that's how those languages were formed.
That's awesome.